the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live.
There we go.
Here with David Benavidez, WBC super middleweight champ of the world, youngest American champ as well. What's going on, David?
Just straight working hard, man. You know, getting ready for the next fight in September. You know what I mean? Just working hard, going up against Anthony Dirrell.
Anthony Dirrell, you're mandatory.
Very excited, man. It's going to be a great fight. I know he leaves it on the ring that night, so I'm very excited to fight.
Now, you just came off a solid performance back in February against Ronald Graville. First fight left a lot of questions.
Yeah. Back
in September, when you captured the title originally, there was no questions in that your first title defense. What did you do different from the first fight to the second fight? Because it honestly was a significant improvement in the performances.
You know, it was just, now, you know, when I went into the second fight, I was a little bit more calm. I knew what he brought, what he was bringing to the table. You know what I mean? When you fight the first world title fight, you know, you don't fight like, you know, you're like kind of fighting excited, you know what I mean? You're trying to outland and throw every punch, you know what I mean? So the second fight I was way more calm. I knew what he was gonna come. I know what to counter with. I know, you know what I'm saying? I stuck to the game plan the whole fight, you know, and I just knew I was an overall better fighter than him. You know, I showed it.
Absolutely. Now, you just mentioned Anthony Dirrell. So do we have a set date for that?
You know, I think it's September 8th. I don't know if they've announced the whole card yet, but it's gonna be in September 8th.
Okay.
Maybe in New York, you know what I mean? I don't want to say too much until they tell me I can say it, but
okay, I got you.
September 8th.
Now, how do you feel about that fight? I mean, when you talk about Anthony Dirrell or just the Dirrell brother, you talk about people that have been in that position before, people that have been in those wars, veterans of the game, you know, veterans to the division. How do you feel going into that fight?
I feel good, man. You know, I've been watching Anthony Dirrell. I think I seen his first title fight when I was like 8 or 9 years old, you know what I mean? So, you know, but this is a new generation, you know what I mean? I'm taking all these old guys out, you know. I don't want to hear about nothing about they're better than me, this and that. You know, I've been working hard, I've been working my ass off. I was supposed to fight him, you know, for the first title fight. You know what I mean? In September.
He got hurt.
In September, yeah, he supposedly got hurt, man. He's been talking a lot, but you know what I mean? That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go in there, defend the title, and come out victorious.
Now, you know, we're here at City Athletic Boxing Club. How do you feel? Because you got a lot of guys in your division that train at this gym.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm gonna just throw it out there, particularly Caleb Plant. I know you've mentioned his name a bit, he's mentioned yours a bit. I mean, how is that? Because like I'm watching you guys train, and you guys basically side by side.
No, this is I don't train at the same time as him. You know, I only can't come out. My buddy was sparring. You know what I mean? Okay. But you know, we give each other our space. You know, he comes at a certain hour, I come at a different hour. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know, if he really wants to study me, he'll study me, you know, but I think he's too prideful a fighter to do that. I don't think he'll watch me. I won't watch him as well, you know. We give ourselves that respect, you know, but, you know, as soon as we get in the ring, just expect fireworks. It's going to be a great fight.
So, I mean, you have that mandatory fight with Anthony Dirrell, but a lot of people may not be too familiar with the super middleweight division. You know, but the super middleweight division is a very talented and stacked division. How do you feel, or like, what are some names that you would want to get in the ring? I know you're gonna say everybody, but what are some fighters that stick out to you? Because I'm sure you would like to
yeah, you know,
unify.
And I'm very particular in the fighters I say. You know, I'm not just gonna say everybody, because who am I talking about when I say everybody?
Right.
The fighters I would like to fight are, you know, Zurdo Ramirez, George Groves, James DeGale, Jose Uzcategui, you know, basically all the top guys, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say everybody, just the top guys, you know. Just I want to give these fans a great fights, you know, and I know we can make these fights happen, you know what I mean? So now the sky's the limit.
You just mentioned Zurdo Ramirez. Did you catch his fight?
Yeah, I was there. My brother fought the same night.
Okay. What'd you think of?
Oh no, my bad. That was.
Yeah, your brother
I seen Zurdo at another. Zurdo was at the event, but I seen this fight.
Okay.
You know, I don't know, man. He got hurt a couple times. You know what I mean? I think he should took the guy out. You know, I've seen Zurdo Ramirez at his best because I worked with him for a while.
Right.
So he's in my eyes, he should took him out. You know, but you know, maybe the fight was a little bit harder than it looks like from the outside. You know, I don't know, man. That's not my problem. That's for him to solve and figure it out. You know, but I know he's been calling me out a while for a lot too. So you know, maybe if we could, Al Heyman and my promoters could get together with Top Rank and we can make that fight happen, because that's a big fight. You know, a lot of people want to see. we're really familiar to each other's styles, and it would be an amazing fight as well.
Now you just mentioned, you know, he is with Top Rank. So there was just some recent legal situations. So with you wanting to go to Top Rank, but you're still under Samson, could you maybe talk about that a little bit?
Maybe some disagreements. You know, when men, we talk about stuff. You know, we all have our disagreements. You know, but you know, I'm never gonna leave Samson Lukowicz. I'm never gonna leave Al Heyman. You know, those are the people that've been with me since the beginning. You know, everything we had going on, it's clear now. We're just ready to move forward. You know, everybody makes mistakes. Now it's just time to proceed.
Absolutely. So, you talked about Anthony Dirrell, you talked about future fighters. Now talk about what it's like having your dad train you and your brother as well, your brother Jose. Well, what is that like? Because just from what I've seen today, and you know, he doesn't really fuck around when it comes to what's being done in the gym. So what's that like, especially for somebody at your age? Because I mean, tell the fans how you're 21 still, right?
Yeah, I turned 22 in December. But to answer your question, bro, it's amazing. You know what I mean? I wouldn't rather do it with anybody else besides my father. You know, just having my father and my brother there kind of almost makes it magical. You know what I mean? We work hard. You know, we struggled together since the bottom. We made it to the top. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't rather do it with anybody else besides my father. Absolutely.
Now, from the fights that I've seen you in, you take a lot of pride in being of Mexican heritage.
Yeah.
I mean, your nickname's Bandera Roja, so you take a lot of pride in that. So what are other Mexican fighters that you like to, or maybe that you looked up to coming up, or that you look up to now?
You know, there's a lot of great Mexican fighters. Eric Morales, Antonio Barrera, Chavez. Who else? No, just a lot of great fighters, man. You know, I try not to just stay on one fighter. I try to move from fighter to fighter, and then I try to get what they do their best, and then I try to put it into my own style. You know what I mean? So, you know, I learn every day. You know, just this week I was watching a lot of Sergio Martinez.
Okay.
You know, so I try to switch up. You know, I try to learn a lot of different things. So once the time comes, whatever style is necessary for the fight I'm working on, you know, I could, you know,
implement that into the fight.
I could have various styles, you know what I mean? I just don't want to be that one type of fighter that has one style, you know what I mean? So I'm working hard every day, you know what I mean?
So speaking of Mexican fighters, Sudalo just fought, you say, possibly September 8th against Anthony Dirrell for your second title defense. Now we have Mikey Garcia fighting in LA later this month against Robert Easter for a title unification fight. Do you know much about Mikey? You see him fight?
Yeah, I've seen Mikey. I grew up watching Mikey. You know, I mean, he's an amazing fighter. You know, hats off to him. He's done so much for the Mexican boxers. You know what I mean? It's just an honor just seeing him, you know, perform. You know, in my eyes, he's one of the best fighters of our era. So,
how do you see that fight play out?
He has a tough fight in front of him. You know, the long and lengthy.
Robert Easter, but you know, I feel like when it's all said and done, you know, Mikey Garcia, he's gonna figure him out. Okay. You know, it's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be a great fight. Now, we also have Canelo, Golovkin. You're pretty familiar with Golovkin. You were up in Big Bear for the first fight, if I'm not mistaken, right? As one of his sparring partners.
I've been working with Golovkin since I was 15 years old. So I work with them in various camps, you know what I mean? And Golovkin, you know, he's a great fighter. All respects to him. You know, I kind of see him as a mentor because he helped me a lot growing up. You know what I mean? He'll sit me down, teach me a lot of stuff. But I felt like he won the first fight. You know what I mean? So I feel like this fight is going to be more personal. I think it's going to be a little bit more toe-to-toe. And if it's more toe-to-toe, Golovkin has the edge. But I can't, you know, it's not complete edge because Canelo, he's so fast, he has good counters, and he's really the whole package, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be up to who has the most heart.
So what I mean, you've been in the ring with Golovkin, like sparring, like what do you think is gonna be Canelo's toughest challenge? Seeing the first fight, you said you thought he won the first fight. What do you think, you personally being in the ring with Golovkin, what do you think is gonna be Canelo's toughest challenge?
His jab, of course, his jab. And you know, when he sets his jab up too, after he throws the jab, he touches that body really nice. So, you know, I think Canelo's gonna have to time his jab. You know what I mean? Make him run into something once he throws his jab. You know what I mean? Every chance he gets to counter him, he has to take advantage of it. But Golovkin's such a smart fighter too that it's gonna be very hard for him to do that.
Now, David, I'm gonna let you go. You just got done with some training, but a lot of people don't really know about you. So could you just, you know, maybe tell the fans where they could follow you, because you're a hell of a fighter, exciting fighter. So, you know, just to get you out there, but tell the fans where they can follow you.
You guys can follow me at Benavidez 300 on Instagram. I'll give you my latest news and everything, and then Twitter, Benavidez 300 as well. I'm gonna be fighting September 8th. You know, it's gonna be a hell of a card. You know, don't miss it. You know, I always bring them action-packed fights, and I do it for all my people. You know, all my Mexicans, all my Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, all my people out there. I love you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, David.
Thank you, bro.
What is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.
The game, 'cause see the boxing voice.